What's up? This is your girl Venus with Low End Theories Podcast. What's going on, Sam?
Not much, man. Chilling, Charlie. Shit. Long time no see. Seem like I ain't talked to you in about a month of Sundays, man. What's going on with you?
I know. I've been super busy. So, I just moved and I just purchased a new home. So
Right.
I've been getting settled and getting furniture delivered, and it's been so crazy, but in a good way.
All right, that sounds good, man. That sounds good. Everything working out for you. You got somewhere to sit. You got furniture and shit.
Yeah, I have furniture. I'm sitting here at my new dining room table. It just got delivered today, so I was able to sit and actually record today. But yeah, no, we got furniture, so all new stuff coming in. So it's good shit. And
All
what
right,
makes
that's
it
what's
so
up.
crazy is that I was going around to a few of the furniture stores, and a lot of things are on back order because of COVID.
Damn.
Go figure. Yeah, so
Furniture on
like
back order. Damn.
Yeah, like my living room set won't even come until next month. So COVID kind of fucked up the production of furniture.
Damn. Shit. Then y'all just had y'all fighting through a storm too, ain't y'all?
Yeah, we had Tropical Storm Ada, and that touched us like Tuesday morning. Well, Monday night into Tuesday morning. So I did lose power Monday morning. I'm sorry, Tuesday morning. I lost power, wasn't able to work for a while, but it came back on. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't any damage or anything. It was just rain for us. You know how it is with Florida. It was just rain for us.
Shit, man. Well, man, shit. I'm glad everything worked out, man, and that you got moved in safely, and you got somewhere to sit down and something to watch on it. So, sound like everything worked out good
Thank
for you.
you.
I didn't know that that's how they was
Yes,
pronouncing that storm, though. You said it's Etta.
Ida. I hear so many people pronounce it different ways, but it's ETA.
Yeah, it's
Ada,
ETA.
Ida.
That was some
Tomato,
weird shit.
tomato.
I don't even know. Like they must be running out of letters, cause I thought they start the
Yeah.
storms by like it's like an alphabetical order and shit. So for it to be E, it must be storm five. What's that? Five A B C. Yeah, no six. Fuck, it's E. Five. Yeah, five. I had the shit right, man. I had the shit right. Yo, ass just gonna say that. Look at me and shit like, oh, you ain't know either. Oh, okay,
Oh
okay, I
my
get it.
gosh.
I get it, man. Hey,
Now
shit, class
listen,
fuck
I,
up.
I was really trying to think like there's so many storms, name storms that they have pre-named prior to hurricane season. So I
Oh, I thought
forget
you was
how
just gonna
many
say,
is.
oh shit, there's so many letters. I don't.
No, I was trying to think of what that number was for how many name storms that they said we were projected to have this year. But it's been really quiet. Like we really haven't had a lot.
Well,
So
shit, at least it's been quiet somewhere because it's been nutty all over the motherfucking country, man.
I
Shit.
know.
So it look like we got a president elect in Senior Biden.
I know. Oh my gosh. So, um, yeah.
And then we got our first woman vice president in Kamala Harris. Shit, man. What you how that make you feel as a woman first, and then as a black? I don't know if you want to put black woman second, or how you ordering that shit, man. How that making you feel?
Well, for me, I feel like she's getting the same amount of backlash as what um, Obama did.
Mm,
And, the part that's really getting me is the whole not black enough part.
mm.
Because, when we really boil down to the meat of who we are and our DNA background, if anyone has ever looked into it, we all have bits and pieces of other nationalities or races in us. I know for a fact I do, just from, knowing my family, but it's like if I was really to dig deeper, it's probably more that I don't know, you know? So for us to like throw that up in her face as far as her not being black enough, she's Jamaican and Indian. Like,
That's a I, That's a hell of a combination, man. I don't know where them two motherfuckers met, but the it seemed like the the jokes and shit started with her early when she wore them fucking Payless shoe store ass. They they talked about her ass getting off the plane and shit, but I've always said, like, just like how you said, like with Obama or whatever, it's almost a case of um they don't want to they people are saying, and it be your own people first of all, saying that she
Mm-hmm.
ain't black, she or he ain't black enough, or whether it's the skin tone or where their parents are originally from. Whatever. I bet when she went to Howard and she was walking around DC and shit, she felt black. You know what I'm saying? They treated her like she was black. They ain't give a fuck about her mama had that on her forehead. I guarantee you that shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's, man. I just think it's a great thing, man. This is a crazy era. Like in the era that we growing up in and that we are now adults in. Like
Mm-hmm.
we got to see shit that our parents couldn't join, and then
Absolutely.
as parents, our kids have seen things that we only, what I'm saying, imagined, or we never really dreamed was possible. Like we didn't have a black, like my son and daughter don't know a world without a black president. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now my daughter don't know a world where a vice president can't be a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the second election, what I'm saying, since she's been living, and like she had a black president, and then she had a black vice president, like that. So that shit normal to her, versus to me, like that shit weird as hell. Like not necessarily weird, but it's like holy fuck, man. It's been two black people in this motherfucker,
Mm-hmm.
damn
Mm-hmm.
near in a row.
Yeah, because we had to make it to number 44 for Obama and
Right.
then skip to 46. And now we have Kamala Harris.
It's just Kamala,
Kamala.
Kamala,
Okay.
Kamala.
Kamala. I've been
Damn,
saying Kamala all this time.
niggas, man. I'm telling you, boy, they'll throw a long A on your shit in a minute. Bullshit, they'll throw a long A on your shit in a minute, man. Shit. But yeah, man. But wasn't there some shit getting to that motherfucker? Boy,
Yeah.
and he still ain't done with the bullshit yet.
Oh gosh.
You know what I'm saying? Like he still got cans of fresh bullshit ready.
Oh, yeah, he got them lined up. They ready.
Like,
They
damn.
they ready.
Fam to fired the motherfucker, the Secretary of Defense, like who, man, he fired somebody
Cause he
big.
mad. He
He
mad.
fired some, man, he big mad. Like he big mad. I ain't never seen nobody this petty. How you gonna fire a motherfucker that's not finna have to do 70 days any motherfucker way? You gonna fire this
Yeah.
motherfucker early, and then they say, oh man, he was gonna quit anyway. So you gonna fire a motherfucker that was gonna quit?
Oh shit. I'm sorry. I was getting myself ready for this next discussion. I was pulling some shit up on my phone, anticipation. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, no, I was reading some of the articles because there was some jumping back to Kamala.
Mhm.
Just looking at some of the articles, some interviews with like young black women like in their 20s, just like what were they saying, and one that kind of stuck out to me, it was a younger black woman in her 20s, and she said, I just don't feel like she's shaking the table enough for me. And Kamala
Shaking the
has,
tape.
yeah, just on issues as far as raising minimum wage and things of that nature. But Kamala comes from a background of prosecution. Like, she was a prosecutor in California
Mhm.
prior to this. So it's like, when she said shaking the table, I'm like, okay, at least she has somewhat of a background that would help her in this position of vice presidency that she's in now. Whereas number 45, what was his background?
Oh, just trying to get to the bag and fucking it up.
Exactly.
I,
So
I ain't
how
gonna
is it
take that
that you're
from him. He was
gonna
that.
hold her to a higher standard or say that she's not shaking the table enough when look at what we just had sitting in the presidential chair?
I think what it'll ultimately boil down to is not judging somebody for what they used to be, and that's real hard for Black people. Like if
Yeah.
you can't have like a suspect a suspect last job and shit before
Mm-hmm.
saying you get some type of criticism. And Kamala, while she was the what was state's attorney for California,
Mm-hmm.
while she had that position
Mm-hmm.
for LA, whatever her position was, I know that she presided over a lot of incarceration of Black people and Black and brown people, and that she inherited a system that was already fucked up. And while she was there, she had made some changes, but not a lot. But she used to be from because I remember seeing her face a long time ago, and I was like, man, I wonder if that's the same lady. And it was like she
Mm-hmm.
used to be like the mayor of Compton. I think she used to be the
Okay.
mayor of Compton. So like she got some experience in dealing with inner city problems and stuff like that. So it's not all macro, you know what I'm saying? Some of it'll be micro, but I think you gotta give a motherfucker a chance because she or he could not possibly do any worse than Trump did. That is
Absolutely.
not
My thoughts
fucking
exactly.
possible. That is not fucking possible. Like
Right.
I wouldn't give a fuck if she ate gyros in the Rose Garden every motherfucking day she was there. She still couldn't do as bad as what this motherfucker did.
Right.
Like
True.
she just fucking couldn't. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Joe Biden, I remember him saying that he was like a transition he was a transitional candidate. And in the news there's been you've had some pushback from some of the more progressive Democrats saying that
Mm-hmm.
we got to fight these old motherfuckers again, basically. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
all of that shit. But I think at the end of the day, he's trying to get the best thing that he could do is to get the the two sides, meaning the super progressive Democrats that just want to tear all of this shit down and start over, to the people that's like Nancy Pelosi or whatever, that's the old, you know what I'm saying, or the old demographic that's not necessarily stuck in their ways but want to do shit incrementally.
Mm-hmm.
And by Kamala being one of those people, you know what I'm saying, like one of those people that's in the progressive side, like they get together and figure shit out within the party, which would help
Mm-hmm.
them with the Democrats and shit. Because if they don't have a united front, then there's no way that they're gonna be able to combat what the fuck these Republicans are doing. And sadly, it's still gonna be division. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm just hoping for the best. It ain't too much more that I could really do about it because at least Trump will be gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the way that he fucked up this last like 9 months is fucking phenomenal. So ain't
Yeah, I mean,
nobody.
it's not, we're never going to have the perfect situation. We're never going to have the perfect person that's going to, make all the best decisions, especially, as far as in our community, in the Black community. It's never going to be perfect, so it's always the lesser of the two evils, so to speak. But, I mean, I got out there, I voted, for me, it was the last minute. Because with the move and all of that stuff, like I didn't get a chance to do the early voting. So I got out there on, you know, the last day and I voted. I went in the evening time. So I went after work, and I got to the poll at maybe about 6:40, and the poll was supposed to close at 7. And I got there, was no line, no wait. Listen, I
Shit
had to
closed at
pick.
7 and you get there with 20 minutes to go. What?
Yes, because I had to go to the voting poll in my old neighborhood, which is further away. Not to mention, I had to pick up kids. So I had to do a lot to get there and get there before 7. So I made it with 20 minutes to spare, no line, no wait. I was in and out, and I voted. So
Hey, shit, man. At least you got it done, man. At least you got it done. At least you got it done.
absolutely.
And you say it was in and out, right? You wasn't even in there that long.
No, I wasn't in there. Like when I got there, it was maybe about, I want to say, 4 other people there that was voting. And after I got in there and I left out, it was maybe 1 or 2 other people that was running in trying to catch it before, they closed the door. So it
Mm.
was a few last minuters, but there was no line.
Shit, good shit then. Good shit. Has that been your history with voting? Like you just got a quick line, or you normally be there 2-3 hours and shit?
No, usually I do early voting, or I request a mail-in ballot. So usually I'm a little bit more proactive with the voting. But like I said, this year with, the move and, the home buying process, I've just been like all over the place. So I forgot to request my mail-in ballot in enough time. So I ended up just going on the last day. So
Oh, okay. Well, again, man, shit. At least you got it done. That's the biggest thing, man. Just getting out there and getting it done. So what else we got going on this week? Oh, so like the day that they actually announced who the fuck won, Dave Chappelle hosted SNL again. Right?
yes.
So like he hosted 4 years ago,
Hmm.
Saturday after the election, and that was a big buzz and shit. So what did you think his monologue this year?
Oh my gosh,
Because he gave him a
Dave,
hot 15 minutes. Like he had a 15-minute monologue.
it was classic Dave, and it's been so long. There was another stand up that he did. I think it was on Netflix, but it was a few years back. So that was the last stand up. So to see this, even though it was only 15 minutes, but I feel like he gave you a good 15 minutes.
Hell yeah, that shit was funny to the motherfucker. That shit was funny as hell, man. Like I just liked the fact that even though like it was funny, but it was real, it was just honest. And
It was raw. It was
one
raw.
one of the things that stuck out to me was when he said, man, in order for me to be able to tell the truth, I have to put a punchline at the end of it. Like that was hard as hell. Like, and then when you think about it, like whenever he can be telling the truth, but if it ain't funny, it won't get across. Like
Hmm.
because he's like, and it's because he's a comedian. Like he should be like cracking jokes and shit. Something should be funny, but like for anybody to listen to him, and he could be telling the truth, and the only time somebody will listen to him is when he is if you put a punchline at the end of it. Man, that shit was hard. Like I was just
Yeah.
like he's one of those guys that it don't matter what he doing, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Because I had like the whole DVD set of the Chappelle show. Like,
Yeah,
like it's just a classic. Like that, the shit with Prince and Rick. Like, oh my gosh, you never forget that. You never miss
at all.
seeing him dress up like fucking Prince with the
Yeah.
purple suit.
Yeah, and the way that the nigga was floating off the rim and shit after he dunked it or whatever, man, that shit was funny as hell. But the the impact of the show is that the things that he discussed on that show transcended culture. Like
Hmm.
it became normal talk to quote shit from the Chappelle show. Gotcha, bitch.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when he
Yeah.
when he had he got Oprah pregnant and shit, and he answered the phone. He's like, "Gotcha, bitch." I mean, oh hey, bitch. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like
and
this
we
is,
all started saying, "I'm Rick James, bitch."
bitch. Yeah,
Like we
yeah.
all started quoting
I'm
that.
rich, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. It was just quotable in the culture for I don't know how many years. And then to see now that Netflix is streaming it and HBO Max is streaming it,
Hmm.
that shit crazy. But do you really think he ain't getting no money for that? Like he really didn't get $1 for it?
Man, he had to get something. He
Man,
had to get something.
I don't know how that pay structure was set up, man, but that'd be fucked up because I don't think Essential exists no more. So that was probably just one of the properties that they had that they just wanted to try to sell or whatever. If he didn't get shit for it, but he did walk away from his contract, so it wasn't like
Yeah.
it wasn't like he ended the show on good terms.
Yeah, but we all been wanting a Dave Chappelle comeback for a long time. A long time.
Oh, did you check his interview with Dave Letterman on My Next Guest Needs No Introduction?
No, I think that's the one video that I missed.
Oh
I
man,
missed
that
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 one.
that shit just came out like I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Like it's good. You know what I'm saying? It's good. Like they had a decent conversation. All his interviews with Letterman have been since I want to say since he came back around to like once he came back from Africa, he sat down with Dave,
Mm-hmm.
and then they talked maybe like once or twice before Dave left CBS, and those interviews
Mm-hmm.
were all good. So this was pretty much like on brand with the two of them talking. Like it was a really good interview. You should check it out. It's on Netflix.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll have to definitely check into that one.
Yeah, so it's Dave Letterman's show, and it's called My Next Guest Needs No Introduction. You should check that out if you can.
Okay. He doesn't need an introduction.
Right. Like he's interviewed some really good people. Like this season, he got Dave Chappelle,
Mm-hmm.
Lizzo,
Okay.
um, and I think those are the only two I watched. I can't. Oh, Kim Kardashian. He interviewed Kim Kardashian West, and he had her ass sizzling in that fucking seat because he asked her, man. I think her ass was sizzling. He asked her um like about her husband running for president and what she thought about it. He asked her about Trump and what her future plans was about that shit because she was working with him for the prison reform shit and getting people out.
Right. Right.
So he was asking her about that shit. It was a good interview. She got emotional about that robbery shit in Paris, but for the
Is she
most part,
still talking about that? Like,
he
really?
asked her about it. Like, I mean, he
Okay.
asked her about it, so she, what I'm saying, she told her everything that happened, and um, she got emotional about it and shit. But I'm not knocking her for that. I mean, I ain't never got robbed at gunpoint, but I imagine it would be a traumatic experience. You know what I'm
Yeah. I
saying?
mean,
I
I
imagine that
imagine
would
it
be some shit.
was.
I imagine that would be shit that would stick with me for a few years. You know what I mean? And the way that she was describing that shit, man, they had a team of motherfuckers to try to get that shit up out of her. It wasn't like no one motherfucker got lucky one day. I mean, got lucky one night, caught everybody with their pants down and went in there. No, it was a coordinated effort to get her to come up off that fucking ring. Like it was like six motherfuckers. It was like at least six motherfuckers in that room. And you had the motherfucker at the door to let them up. Then you had another team of motherfuckers that was out there looking for the cops and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
it was a it was an organized motherfucking heist that they was on for that fucking ring. And they definitely went in there and put that motherfucker burner to her face like, hey, listen, man, ring. Like they couldn't speak English and shit. It was like, bitch, ring, ring, ring. So yeah, she taught
Wow.
that shit. It was decent, you know what I'm saying? But he's had Jay-Z on there. He's had Kanye on there. He's had
Okay.
he's had fucking Iron Man on there. George Clooney. That was the other interview he did this season. He did fucking Tony. His name ain't fucking Tony Stark. Robert Downey Jr. I'm gonna call that
You
motherfucker
couldn't get
Iron
that one
Man.
out.
I couldn't get that shit out for nothing, man. That motherfucker gonna be Iron Man for a long ass time, man.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, for me, the height of the last 2 weeks or whatever was this release of Busta's new fucking album, man.
Oh yeah,
So extinction level event too, man.
yeah.
Listen, the anticipation for this shit um is just been so hype. Like with the shit from last episode when it was the shit with him trying to do the versus battle with T.I. I think that was really like the height of the anticipation for this album. But when this shit hit, like I played this shit like 2 times in a row in one day and then listened to it again the next day.
Yeah, I listened to it for a couple of that sound about right because I was playing the shit out this fucker because I had at first I was just bouncing around and listening to it, but then I had to remember like if you listen to a Busta album, it's best to just listen to it flat out.
All the
You know what I'm
way
saying?
through.
All the
Yeah.
way through because the skits kick in different, the messages and the tone of the
You can
album
receive it
changes and
better.
shit. Yeah, you receive it a whole lot better. And
Mm-hmm.
that playthrough, like when I actually played it through, I was like, damn, it was just a good, solid body of work for one. And then it was just like how he said, like he mixed the science with the what I'm saying with the heat. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
like it's some bangers on that motherfucker. Like I was
Hell yeah.
like just going down the track list with it. I'm trying to pull it up now because I was listening to it earlier. You know what I'm saying while I was writing, and
Mm-hmm.
the he put out two versions of this album. So like the first version didn't have like four additional songs that was on the second version, and
Okay.
the some of the songs are old and some of them are new, but it was all pretty good. But my favorite song on here out I ain't gonna even pick that song because I know that show. I think that show shit. But my favorite song on here is the it's the first one. Like the
The
one that
first
he get.
one,
Yeah, because I love how the
The
beats
Purge.
transition. Yeah, how the beat transitions from that it's almost like a classic Busta sound to whose world is this? You know what I'm saying? Like the world is yours. That beat,
Oh yeah, yeah,
that Nas
yeah.
beat, the way that it transitions to that, and you had the God Rock come on there, like, and they was just dropping gems, and it was just all science. And I've been studying this shit like crazy, like the last few months. I was
Right.
so
Yeah.
now. Before, when I was just saying the shit, had no idea what the fuck they was talking about. I know the science on this shit now.
Yeah.
So
So you
now
like, I get it now.
hell yeah, I'm like, man, he said all of that shit right in his act. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting it a whole lot different now that I'm what I'm saying, that I'm studying 120 than I would have when I was like 16, 17, and I just thought there was some
Right.
fly shit to say. So man,
Right. Right. Right.
that is no, not the Purr's intro. You know what I'm saying? Intro.
Oh,
Like
the
the
intro.
whole
Okay.
yeah, that whole intro, like that shit is hard.
Yeah.
And what's yours? What's yours? I think I already know yours and shit.
I I have a few, but my main the one that does it for me is the joint on here that he got with Rick Ross. I think that's the
Mustafa Muhammad, yeah. See, I didn't want to take
yeah.
that from you. I didn't want to take that from you,
Don't
but
take that
man.
because you know I fucks with Ross. You know I fucks with
Yeah.
Rick Ross, but that shit was fly as fuck. And then the one with which one is it? I'm trying to find it. The one with Kendrick Lamar. That was my second favorite.
Look over your shoulder, yeah.
Uh-huh. And then also I see he collabed with Mariah Carey again.
Yeah. I didn't know what to think of that. Like I don't know if it was if they were trying to make it sound like um You Know I Got It or whatever, but it kind of sounded like the first song that they did together,
Yeah,
and
it
then it
does. It
kind
gives
of
you that
didn't.
same vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, but then it really didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to say like it was as if something was missing. But it was still a
Mm-hmm.
good song, but I didn't really put that on repeat as much as I did like pretty much every other song on the album. I like the joint that he did with Mary.
Yeah, that one is hot. And uh the one from me too was Satanic.
Satan at the last joint on the album.
Yeah.
And you had
That
mentioned it. I was like, man, let me hear this shit so I could. Like,
Yeah, you gotta really listen to
whoa,
it. You
whoa,
gotta really sit down
okay,
and listen to it because
yeah,
he's just throwing a lot of shit out there about the industry and these rituals and shit that people be doing, and he just throwing a lot of shit out there. So you really gotta listen to it. But I know that, after listening a few times, like my question was, because I know like I forget which song it was, but he mentioned in one of the songs something along the lines of um, about putting the mic down or some shit. So I'm like, okay, is this supposed to be like the retirement album, or you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
But I didn't hear any of that talk in none of the interviews that he did. Like he wasn't
mhm,
talking about he was ready to hang it up or anything like that. The one thing that stood out to me from all of the interviews that he said was that he
mhm.
had been holding on to this music for years. Like a lot of the songs, like even the first song, the one that he got with Rakim, he said that the first part of that beat was almost 25 years old, and he had
Oh
just never
wow.
had an opportunity to put it down or whatever. And then he finally did, got the guard on there, and boom. But a lot of what he was saying in the interviews was that he didn't have the right energy around him. And
Mhm.
I was, I've been listening to Busta for a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? And I saw him go from Violator to Dr. Dre and put out that incredible ass Anarchy album.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, so what kind of energy was he talking about? Because it's not like Busta is one of these suspect dudes that, he'll put an album out and it's a chance that it'll flop. You know what I'm saying? Like if Busta put an album out, it's at least three fucking club songs on that motherfucker.
Oh,
Minimum.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like that motherfucker keep a song for the charts or for the club in a minute. So I was wondering what that was about, but I didn't hear anything about him wanting to hang the mic up or anything.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm digging a little bit too deep, but yeah, I heard that, and that it just kind of made me question it. But yeah, as far as like energy, like I said before, Buster, he's always had super high energy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that transfers into the videos, that transfers into his performances, that transfers into the tracks. You know what I'm saying? But I like how he can flip it and he can bring you the club bangers or whatever. He can bring you some smooth shit to ride to, like the Rick Ross joint. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then he can bring you some shit with a female collab. You know what I'm saying? That's, for the ladies and shit like that. So I like how he, transitions in that. He has a little bit of everything for everybody all in one album.
What did you think of the song the joint he did with Raspity Rhapsody, my bad, where they man, don't be making fun of me and shit. Fuck you. So like when they
You
was
was
going
making
back
fun
and
of
forth,
me earlier.
whatever, dude, whatever, dude, whatever, dude. So they was like, so she was like the crazy baby mama, and he
Oh
was he was
yeah.
the trying struggling baby daddy or whatever, and that back and forth shit I thought was incredible. You know what I'm saying? But what did you think about it? Because it didn't have the ladies looking good at all.
No, it didn't. It really didn't, because the way that whole skit came about, it was like, okay, I'm basically, or the female was using the baby to, kind of control him. Like, okay, well, if you don't do this, then you ain't gonna see your son. You're not gonna see your
Mm,
kid. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? And that really makes, us as women look bad. But it's like,
mm. Don't it?
unfortunately, that's real shit though. That's shit that
Mm-hmm.
be happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but my thing is, and I don't want to go too far off subject with it, but
Oh
if
no, it's on
if
subject. Whatever you got to say, it's on subject. Don't do that. Like whatever you got to say, it's on subject.
no, my thing is this: when it boils down to that type of situation, like if you're co-parenting and your child's father is a willing participant in this, and they're doing what they're supposed to do, they're spending time, they're doing all the financial stuff, child support, all that, doing everything right. Don't hold that child as like you're dangling a damn child over his head, you know what I'm saying, to control him. Like, okay, nigga, if you don't do this, if you don't give me this, you can't see him. Like, that's some bullshit. And then next thing he has to go and fight through the courts to get custody or just have basic visitation. Like, I feel like right is right and wrong is wrong. And, at the end of the day, like, I was one of those single mothers. Like, I didn't get child support. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go pressing for that shit. I did what the fuck I had to do. And, ain't nobody miss a beat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I hate to get, those situations or hear those situations where basically the female is being overly greedy, I would say. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, he's not here to take care of you. He's trying to take care of his kid. Like, let the
Right.
man take care of his fucking kid, and don't be giving this man all this fucking grief and you just being fucking petty and playing games. Like, because that's what I feel like she was doing, and that's what a lot of females do. You out here being petty as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Over what? Over what? What you trying to do?
So she said it all. She was like, "Man, you would have got another bitch and shit. Fuck you." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I
because
mean, but hey, I think what I enjoyed the most about it, if I could enjoy anything, is that there was finally uh, a version from a male's point of view, instead of it just always being my baby daddy ain't shit. He don't never do
mm-hmm.
nothing for my, this, that, and the third or whatever. And it must have just been in the water like these past 2 weeks, because I saw one video, this dude pull up. He had like he had a bag of McDonald's and shit, and his baby mama got the phone recording a conversation and shit. So she like, why did it take you an hour to get here? I told you your son was hungry. Okay, well, I brought him some McDonald's, man. Send him out here so we can eat. You know what I'm saying? She like, you only bought one bag of McDonald's? He said, yeah. You said my son was hungry, so I brought him some food. What about the other kids? Them ain't my other mother. Them other kids ain't my motherfucking kids. I was just sitting there like, oh, okay. There's that energy. So then you fast forward the shit, and is this dude is taking his child's mother to court because he want her to be a participant in the child's life. Now she told him she ain't want to have a baby. He told her not to get an abortion, so she had the baby. Right? Boom, it's out. Give it to him and dip. Like so she they go to court. She paying 125, 150% of the court order child support and shit. And she like, nah, I don't have no, you know what I'm saying? I don't have no kid, you know what I'm saying? I'll pay that child support for as long as you not married and shit. And as soon as you're married, you know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna go back to court to get it modified. But I'm not participating because I didn't want to participate. You wanted a baby, you had that baby. So
Wow.
like the two fucking like it just must have been something in the water, because like I was just hearing the shit, and then you had this song with Rhapsody and Busta that was like right on time,
Right.
and was a perfect blend of not necessarily over the top dramatics, but excellent storytelling for one. The rhyme scheme
Mm-hmm.
was great, but it was like, man, like that shit really happens. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, that
that type
happens
of shit
every
happens.
day. Yeah, every day, all fucking day. And it's unfortunate. Like, you know, when you leave a relationship or whatever, or you relieve your situationship with your kid's father or marriage or whatever, the best thing you can do is try and be mature enough about it, not just for you, but for the fucking kid too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, that's only gonna hurt them to see their parents, you know, arguing all the time, fussing all the time, going through bullshit, not able to get along. Like, at the very least, you should be able to, you know, be cordial around each other and, you know, have a fucking conversation, you know,
Right.
without it turning into an argument. And, you know, this is
You would
what,
think, man. You would think.
yeah, this is what you're going to take care of. This is what I'm going to take care of. This is going to be the weekend or the holiday that you get the kid or whatever. Like, it should be some real simple shit. But unfortunately, in a lot of cases, it's not.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. So did you get? So you got the original version. You don't have the red. You got the one. Your album cover black. Your album cover ain't red, right?
No, it's not. I downloaded mine's off of Spotify.
Okay. I got mine off Amazon Music. So the red one is the one that got the additional tracks on there. It's a total of four. And he got one on the one that I keep playing back over and over again is this song that came out a while ago that he did with Eminem
Mm,
called Calm Down.
okay.
This shit is just it's just rap like that. That's you know if Eminem is on it and then Busta is on it, these motherfuckers ain't gonna do shit but rap. Like that's all it is that they doing. Motherfuckers just gonna try
Mm-hmm.
to rap each other because these some rapping ass rappers. And when I tell you like these motherfuckers, I'm talking about it wasn't no hook. Like the hook is calm down. Hey yo, calm down. Like that's the hook.
Oh, I'm mad now. I gotta hear it. Like, now I feel
Oh
like
my
I done
god.
missed some shit.
Oh my God, like that, I'm telling you, like these, and I think both of them went for like 2 minutes straight, and then the hook came in, and then the other one went for like another 2 minutes straight. Like these motherfuckers, like these dudes are incredible at what the fuck they do. Like if you just
Hell
talking about
yeah.
a motherfucker rap and just talking about a motherfucker rhyming with the deliveries and the style, like
Uh-huh.
because they switch styles in mid verses and shit, and the way that they ride in the beat and jump off the motherfucker and then come back. Tell you, man, if you just a fan of rap, like if you just like hearing motherfuckers rap, you gonna love that shit. Like, cause
Okay. I gotta look that one up as soon as we wrap this up.
I'm telling you, that shit
Because I'm
hard
not
as
gonna
hell.
be able to sleep until I hear it.
That shit hard as hell, and you gonna fucking love it. You gonna fucking love it.
Oh my gosh.
Yup.
So this was the one album release. I know Common released an album, and, you know, be 100% honest, like, I didn't check it out yet.
It
I
did
didn't.
it didn't hit me organically. Like the Busta
Yeah.
album, that shit was everywhere. Like it was all up and down my timeline. I had motherfuckers like it was on like my YouTube feed. It popped up on my YouTube feed and shit. Like it was just organically everywhere. I ain't seen shit about this Common album. And
Yeah.
and I'm a Common fan. Like I was just listening to Resurrection when I was cooking dinner tonight. Like I'm a Common fan. Like I fucks with Common, but
Right. Right.
that album didn't pop up on shit. Like on no
It
fucking radar.
No, it didn't pop up on any of my radars either, because, you know, I'm usually on Spotify daily, you know, because I have to listen to music or something while I'm working. So usually, you know, if it's something new that pops up, that, you know, the things that they recommend for you, it'd be like, oh, this new album just came out today, you want to listen to it. it
Right.
it didn't pop up for me anywhere either, but I was seeing people on Facebook saying, man, it's not good, it's garbage, it's this, it's that. So I haven't checked it out. And I'm a Common
Oh
fan too.
shit.
Like, I grew up on Common. Like, his mom was my principal in elementary school. So
Oh shit.
we used to get free Common concerts before he really got big in the industry. So I
Oh
grew up
shit.
on Common. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I more so like his older stuff. You know what I'm saying? The newer stuff, not so much. But I will give it a listen when I have a chance, so I can, give my own opinion. Who knows? It may be a few hot tracks on that. You never know. But
The one thing that I did hear, I heard, I heard the track that he did with Black Thought, and I heard that because I was watching Jimmy Fallon, and
mm-hmm.
him and they performed it on the show, and I liked that. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
did like that song, but Black Thought went nuts on that motherfucker. Like, man, Black Thought is just
Yeah.
he killing shit this year. Like, I don't know, COVID or not, like that motherfucker is killing shit this year.
Oh
But
my gosh.
so that song I did hear, and I did like that one, but I haven't heard, you know what I'm saying, anything
The
else and shit.
album.
I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
make an effort this weekend to listen to it, because like when Nas' album came out, that shit was everywhere. Like,
Everywhere.
that shit was
That one was
everywhere.
highly anticipated too. Like, I remember the day it came out, like literally I was scrolling down my Facebook feed and that's all you see. Nas, Nas, Nas. Like,
Yeah.
man. And that was another one. I think, out of the albums that came out this year, like this Busta and this Nas was like the top albums of
Oh yeah.
2020.
Yeah, you heard Tip album?
I did not.
I ain't heard that shit either. I ain't heard nothing. I ain't heard nothing of it. Like I said, I'm a
I
Tip
didn't even
fan,
know he had a new
but
album out.
yeah,
Because I think with this whole versus thing, I think Busta just kind of overshadowed his shit. Like,
I think what it I think ultimately Tip should have took the fucking battle. Like
absolutely.
he should have took the fucking battle, and win, lose, or draw. Like, he'd have got that much more motherfucking respect from motherfuckers that he was seeking it from, because he was talking about motherfuckers from New York when he went in 50. So if it was
Right.
about motherfuckers from New York respecting the South and shit, or whatever that whole thing was, he'd have definitely got that shit fucking with Busta. So
Right.
with that, all of that was coinciding with the fact that he had an album coming out. I think it was called Ibra album, but
Okay.
I haven't heard a single nothing from this fucking album. And I think
Mm-mm.
him and Jeezy supposed to battle in a couple of days. I think that shit's supposed to come out on the
You're
14th.
right. You're right. You're right. I almost forgot about that battle.
So 3 days, like you would think like there'd be some more kind of lead up to it, or promos done on YouTube or some shit. It ain't none of that shit. Like, I ain't heard shit. I ain't heard shit. And I wouldn't be seeking to hear it on the radio, because I don't live in that kind of area where the shit would be playing on the fucking radio. So I'm looking for the shit
Yeah.
like on YouTube. I'm looking for motherfuckers to be talking about incredible songs on it, or this, that, and the third. I ain't heard shit, man. I just haven't heard shit.
Yeah. There was more hype about the damn Monica and Brandy versus battle than this
Man,
shit.
they talked about that shit for a week and a half. The
Yeah.
Brandy and Monica shit, they talked about that shit for a week and a half. And then Jeezy on fucking oh, this shit just pissed me the fuck off. Jeezy was on fucking the Breakfast Club. He was it was the
Mm-hmm.
Breakfast Club. He was on the Breakfast Club this week. He said he get a call from Swiss. He like, hey, yeah, man, you calling me about the verses. The only way that I'm gonna do it is if it's with if it's with homeboy. So it was like, well, who? You talking about T.I.? He was like, nah, I'm talking about Gucci. He was like, what?
What?
It was like, yeah, I was gonna do it for the culture. I said, man, get Gucci on the phone. Like, let's do it. And he said, man, Swiss called him back and was like, nah, Gucci said he respectfully declined. And he said, all right. Then a couple minutes later, he called back and say, Tip, say what's up. And he was like, oh, okay, because he said he found out when everybody else found out. Like, Tip just called him out on fucking Instagram. That's how he found out about it. And that's how they set
Wow.
it up. But Jeezy was finna do this shit with Gucci. Now that shit would have been hard than a motherfucker.
Yeah, that
Would
shit
have been
would have
look,
been so wild. Oh my
man.
gosh.
That the streets would have went nuts over that shit. Cause you talking about two of the most influential, like the two of the most influential dudes out. Like, as far as these new cats, like
Mm-hmm.
these new cats from the South and shit. How Jeezy and Gucci grew up listening to Ghetto Boys and
Yeah. Yeah.
UGK and shit like that. These young boys, they done grew up listening to Jeezy and Gucci. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Jeezy, Gucci, and Boosie. You know what I'm saying? And you got these two, man, them two motherfuckers would have got on it. I don't even listen to Gucci, but I'd have definitely tuned into that shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'd have
Hell
definitely
yeah.
tuned into that shit.
Yeah, but I noticed
This
that
shit with Tip, this is gonna be a wash. It's gonna be a wash. It's gonna be a
I'm gonna tune
wash.
in. I'm gonna tune in. But yeah, I was really hoping that that shit would Busta because you already knew what the results was gonna be.
Yeah, murder, son.
He was gonna get
Shit
his
would have
ass
been
towed the
murder.
fuck up.
Man,
Towed the fuck
please.
up.
I'm trying to tell you,
Okay.
man. I'm trying to tell you,
So
man. That
but
was
it's like there's really nobody else. Like I would have loved to see Busta on a versus battle with somebody. Like even if it wasn't Ti, somebody,
yeah.
somebody.
He was trying, like in some of his interviews, he was saying like, man, he wanted to try to pull Jay-Z and shit, but Hov ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
do no fucking versus battle, man. Like
Yeah, no, I don't see that
that's
one.
that's just a reach. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's just a reach. He ain't gonna do. He might do it if it's Busta, just because they went to high school together, they'd have known each other for so fucking long, shit
Oh,
like
I didn't
that.
even
But
know that. Okay,
you what?
I didn't know they went to high school together.
Gee, Busta, Hov, and Big was in high school together.
Oh shit. Okay.
Together, G. They was in high school
Okay.
together. That shit would have
Wow.
been crazy. That shit would have
Oh
been
my
crazy.
gosh. Yeah, but I don't see Jay doing a battle with
Yeah,
nobody. Like I
me.
don't care who calls him out. Like I don't really see him doing a battle with nobody.
Yeah, it's not happening. It's like I don't see Beyonce doing the battle.
Oh hell
Um,
no.
I don't see Nas doing the battle. It's just, not to say that they too big. It's just I just don't see him doing it. Like I just don't
Yeah.
see him doing it.
Yeah, I don't see Nas doing a battle either. So I mean, I just think that his demeanor is too like laid back, like nigga, what the fuck I need to battle you for? Like why? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's strong. That's a strong vibe. You know what I'm saying? He got a strong ass nigga Y vibe. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
like
saying?
why? For
Like,
what?
nigga, why
For
would I
what?
do this shit, man? Why would I do this shit ever? Why would I do this? So, yeah, I
Oh
feel
my
you on that
gosh.
shit. I feel you on that shit. Well, you wanna jump into the laws?
Yeah, we can jump into the law. So I think we're gonna revisit Law 6 because last episode I had the giggles.
Man, Joe.
I
Man,
had the
Joe. Like,
giggles like real bad.
yeah, that subject matter kind of that took me off guard. I didn't really think that you would react the way that you did. With that in mind, I'm never saying this
Please,
shit again. I'm never saying this shit again.
please, let's not even go there.
All right, so we on law 6, right?
Law 6, yeah, it's the redo of Law 6.
All right. So law 6 is court attention at all costs. The
Mm-hmm.
judgment. Everything is judged by its appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in the crowd, then or buried in oblivion. Stand out. Be suspicious at all. Be conspicuous at all costs. Make yourself a magnet of attention by appearing larger, more colorful, more mysterious than the bland and timid masses. What you think of that?
Absolutely. Well, the thing is that when you fall into the crowd, like you're falling into mediocrity. So when you have to stand out, like you have to um, be an attention grabber, basically. So and I look at this especially, and for some reason I always look at this or correlate this with business. So like say for instance you're just starting a new business or whatever, you have to put yourself out there. Like you have to have a good marketing game. You have to be above your competitors. You know what I'm saying? So you have to grab that attention, put some sales out there. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to why do I need to buy your products? You know what I'm saying? You have to do all that. So you have to be able to stand out, because when you don't stand out and when you don't have your name on people's mouths, and that word of mouth that gets around quick, but that's not going to happen if people don't know who you are, if you're not getting people's attention. So that's where I see that one, because the minute you fall back and you're timid, you're shy, shit is not going to work out for you.
Right. And it's so I think you can apply it to all aspects of life. Yeah, business,
Mm-hmm.
because marketing is all about attention. You know what I mean? But even in your personal life, like
Mm-hmm.
nobody wants to be that person that's forgettable. Like
Right.
they know your face, but they can't place your name. You know what I'm saying? That person, the type of person that would do good as a spy because nothing about them is memorable. Like
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to be that person. I mean, unless you're a fucking spy. But if you're not a spy, then having a trait like that is useless. So like even in the first part of the law, he discusses. He says draw attention to yourself by creating
Mm-hmm.
an unforgettable, even controversial image. So like even being the things like being the life of the party and on one end, or being a queen on the other one, you moving the needle. You know what I'm saying? Like at
Mm-hmm.
least do what you can to be memorable. Like place yourself in positions where you are associated with things that draw you to memory. You know what I'm saying? That draws
Mm-hmm.
your presence, your name, what it is that you do, what it is that you offer. Put that shit on people's minds every time something happens. You know what I'm saying? Whatever
Absolutely.
the fuck is going on around you, just so that like all of that shit courts power. Like if somebody can just look at you and like, oh, that motherfucker there, I know, yeah, that motherfucker did this, that, and the third. Or, oh, I know, yeah, I know, dude, yeah, I know him. Like even just having that power of being recognized can be used to your advantage in the future.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because one of the examples that they mentioned in here was um, Mr. Barnum from Barnum and Bailey Circus. It's like
Yeah, yeah,
we
that
all
motherfucker.
know that as the most major circus ever. I don't care what city, what town, what state you're from. You know Barnum and Bailey. Like you've been to a Barnum and Bailey circus
Right,
as a child, or maybe you take your kids. But they was just speaking about like when he was getting started or and whatnot, he went to like great lengths to make sure he stood out, make sure that, oh, everybody's talking about this show or this act, or okay, he got a man that's going to be doing this magic trick or this, or just doing the impossible, like doing some shit that you never heard of. So it's like he created that gossip, he created that word of mouth, and people constantly kept coming and spending that money, and next thing you know, the shit blew up. It
right.
blew up, and even now to today it's still a popular thing. Like it's a household name when it comes to circuses.
Well, animal crackers now, because you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, because they cut all of the circuses is out and shit. You know.
Yeah.
But PT Barnum, that yeah, like yeah, I need you to look at me. Look what I got to offer. This shit is exciting. It's new. You ain't never seen no shit like this before. You're gonna come back and see
Mm-hmm.
some more shit you ain't never seen before. So keep coming back. Tell all of your fuckhead friends about it and shit too. Let's go. Like everybody, come on, and come on in. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that shit was was definitely him using that law to the highest degree of its use. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
then the
Mm-hmm.
second part of the law, he gets into create an air of mystery. So in a world growing increasingly banal and familiar, what seems en- enigmatic instantly draws attention. So never make it too clear what you are doing or about to do. Do not show all your
Mm-hmm.
cards. Do not show all your cards. And we've been hearing this
Yeah.
for years when we were coming up. Like, man, don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Stop telling all your business to people. Everybody don't need to know
Law
everything. You know
three,
what I'm
conceal your
saying?
intentions.
Conceal your
Conceal your
attention.
intentions.
So
Yeah.
it goes right back into that where you don't have to tell everybody what you're doing in order to get them interested. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like people see you doing shit that's drawing attention to you. You don't have to tell them why you're doing it. You don't have to tell them what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? As long as they looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as they
It's like
talking.
they say, less is more. Less is
Right.
more. Less is always more.
Right.
So
Less is always
you
more.
don't want to say too much. You don't want to give the whole story. You don't want to give everything away because you want motherfuckers to come pay this money to come see what you about and see what you got to
Yeah.
offer.
You
So
know
yeah,
what?
I definitely get that.
It's a reason it's 9 Harry Potter books. All of that shit could have been in one book, but wow, when you could sell 9 of these motherfuckers.
Right.
Shit, why
And
sell
Harry
one when you can
Potter
sell 9?
is
Shit.
a big thing. Like I remember when I took the kids to Universal Studios, it was like in the middle of June. And we're in Orlando, Florida. It's hot as fuck outside. Like it's probably a good 90-ish degrees. And it was these kids like, they had on like the whole hoodie cloak and shit from Harry Potter, and it's like
Oh,
95 fucking degrees. I'm like, are y'all not about to pass the fuck out? Like, seriously, it's too hot for this shit. And it's all black and shit, and they got their little magic wands and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like,
hey, hey, look, hold on. All right, so I had went on a college tour when I was like 16, 17 years old. It was in the middle of the summer, and we went to Universal Studios. And the day that we went, this was I was really deep into into backpack rap. That's what it was called back then. So I had on
uh,
a pair of hiker Tims. I had on some cargo shorts. Had on a t-shirt. Like they had they when you in a group they give you that group t-shirt you got to put on.
yeah, yeah.
So I had the group t-shirt, and then I had like this vest. Like I can yeah, it was like an army vest or whatever.
Okay.
And And everybody kept asking me, like, ain't you hot? Ain't you hot? Why you sure you want to wear boots? It's so hot. You sure it's hot? I was like, no, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Man, I was in that motherfucker baking. Like, it was so motherfucking hot out there. I walked up to this dude that was dressed, like, he was like Frankenstein or some shit. Frankenstein came, he stood next to me and shit. He did this, whatever. We took a picture. Like I was like, all right, man, shit. He looked at me, he grabbed my vest and shit, because everybody was talking, you know what I'm saying? He grabbed my vest, he was like, man, it's hot. I'm like, man, fuck you, man. Like you gonna call me hot, you can't talk, you know what I'm saying? You got that big ass thing on, man. I was mad at the motherfucker, hot as hell, but man, I was mad at the motherfucker. That shit
No,
just made me
because
think of that. I don't know why.
no, listen, like I don't know what be going on with these kids now. Like I remember one year when my son was playing football in high school, and again it was hot as fuck outside, and I remember, looking at these kids and they got on like scullies and jackets and hoodies and shit. Like, bitch, it's 90 fucking degrees. Like, are you on any kind of drugs right now? Are you high? Piss in this cup. Like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you?
He right now, like that shit. If it's
Right
that hot,
now.
if it's that hot, he ain't got no pee, man. He dehydrated. Shit, if it's that motherfucking hot.
Like, I'm saying, like, all the kids are like that. Even my daughter, I be looking at her and I'll be like tank top, shorts, flip flops, and she'll be like hoodie, sweatshirt, and jeans. Like, baby, it's
Yeah, I don't get it. Like I got a little one around me, man. She come bopping out the house one day, and she had on like the fallest hoodie. Like this wasn't even like that thin layer material hoodie. This is dead third week of November hoodie, and it's like first week of July, and it's like first week of July. I'm like, hey, I know the air conditioning on in here, but did you look outside? So it's 95 degrees outside. I think you want to take that hoodie off, man. You know what I'm saying? Take that hoodie off. You want to put a hoodie on. You want to cover all of that up, put a hoodie on. Then your short look like you about to go to a volleyball court. Ain't no game today. I need you to go upstairs, put some basketball shorts on, pull them shits down to your motherfucking knee or something, man. All right, oh, man, I'm serious, man. You need some 5'5" shorts out here. You know what I'm saying? Not like, cause even the dudes now they wearing their shorts, they wearing their basketball shorts like mid thigh. That shit is weird. That's real weird to me. Cause I remember
It
we spent
is. It
decades,
is.
we spent good decades talking about John Stockton and them tight ass shorts that he used to wear. And now it's like
Oh
this is
my God.
all these kids want to wear. They want to wear these
It's
tight
coming
ass
back.
shorts. They want to
It's
wear these
coming
tight ass
back.
shorts with leggings underneath them and shit.
I
It's
don't
just
get
too
that.
too
I don't
much for
get
me.
it.
I get the, you know what I'm saying? I get the pants though. Like the pants are amazing because like they act like a support. You know what I'm saying? Like you when you jumping around and running around and shit, you don't have to worry about shit banging into something. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, you kind of defeat that purpose when you got your shorts. You know what I'm saying? When your short what? Like I'm just saying, like when your shorts is the you know what I'm saying? Like they right where your dick stop. Like that's too high, man. That's too high. That's too
Okay.
high.
It is. It
That's
is.
too high. And then
Oh
like
gosh.
they do this down there? Like, cause they do it up here and shit. Like you know them track shorts, they got that real wide like opening on the side of the leg or whatever. Like it's got that real swoop and shit. Like it ain't flat with the V, you know what I'm saying? It's got that real swoop, but they short. You know what I'm talking about?
I really do not. I'm not gonna lie. I
Oh,
don't
man,
know.
them motherfuckers is wearing them shits like they regular shorts. Like man, I'm gonna send you a picture, motherfucker, so you can see what the fuck I'm talking about, man. But these shorts
Yeah,
are small
yeah.
little motherfuckers.
You have to do that because I really don't know what you're talking about. But being as though fall is upon us, winter is upon us. Like are you busting out the male thought uniform? You wearing your gray sweats?
Child, please, man. Man, please. Yeah, you already know what it is, man. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to check the YouTube channel to see what I just did if you just watching this on iTunes or you listening to this on iTunes. So, but I definitely got my thought uniform on. Like
Okay.
as soon as I put it on, motherfucker called me a thought. I don't care. I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking corona. I mean, this fucking corona and shit. They just locked the
Yeah.
state down, or semi locked the state down. So I ain't going nowhere. But I'm still in it. You know
You
what I'm
got the
saying? I'm
Tims
still in.
too?
Nah, man. I ain't got the Timbs on, but definitely got some Nike, some black Nikes on. You know what I'm saying? You know that's part of the fit. You know what I'm saying? Some black Nikes. You know what I'm saying? Some all black Nikes. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I'm just not trifling with the all black ones though.
Oh yeah, no, don't do
Yeah,
that.
I mean I do
Don't do
love
that.
myself. You know what I'm saying? I do
That's
love
that's
myself,
disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
and I don't want nobody to feel like I'm finna rob them or no shit like that. Like you see a motherfucker in some all black ones, they on bullshit. I
Straight
don't give
bullshit.
I don't give a
Straight
fuck what time.
bullshit.
I bet I don't give a fuck what time of day it is either, man. You see a motherfucker in some all black ones walk the other way. I'm
Yeah,
saying
do
that's
that.
a little tip for
Save
you. That's a
yourself.
little tip for
Save
you.
yourself.
That's a little tip for you. You know what I'm saying? Keep that, put that in you, and take it with you everywhere you go, man. Don't get too close to a motherfucking small black ones,
No, that can't be trusted. That can't be
man.
trusted.
Man. You got anything else for the people, V?
No, I think that's all I have for this week. So, yeah, yeah. So I didn't have the giggles today. So we made it through Law 6.
Oh man,
And if y'all
small
haven't
victories.
checked out very small victories, if y'all haven't checked out that Busta album, please check it out. You will not be fucking
Yeah,
disappointed at
yeah,
all.
you will
Like,
not be
please check that
disappointed in
shit
that.
out. Yeah.
And
So
make sure you tune in to our next two episodes because we're gonna start our giveaways for Thanksgiving. We're gonna do our
that
first giveaway for November on the Thanksgiving episode. So just make sure that you're tuning in and that you stay subscribed. Because once they kick in, they'll be going pretty much every week until Christmas. So we want everybody to get a fair chance to get some. So just tune
Yeah, we
in.
got some good stuff to give away, so make sure you
Yeah,
stay tuned in.
yeah, we definitely did some investing in some quality giveaway products. So yeah, stay
Yeah.
tuned and make sure that you can get in on it. But until next week, this has been Sanford,
And I'm V.
and it's been a Low End Theories podcast, y'all. Y'all have a great week.
Peace and blessings.